October, if I'm correct, and we won at home. We know Benin is a good team. Gernot Rohr has been my coach with the national team previously for over 5 years. Like the coach said, he knows the team very well. I've played against Benin several times. It's always been a difficult game. But I think here, especially in this stadium, where we have some amazing memories from earlier in this year, we'll be very ready. All the conditions are here for us. We feel at home here in Abidjan. And I'm confident that we can do the job and qualify by winning tomorrow. And that's what we're going out to do. We all know it's going to be a difficult game, so we have to bring our best. But what I've seen so far in training, in the spirit, in the camp, we look very ready for the game tomorrow. This stadium gives us confidence. We felt at home here. I think the Ivorian fans probably be on our side because we made it very difficult for them, but in the end they went away happy. So hopefully we'll have that same support again. The conditions are perfect for us. We've been training well, and looking forward to the game tomorrow. But it's always a very beautiful memory, and I want to add to that tomorrow and have another win game.
There, the captain of Nigerian Super Eagles talking about the crucial match that was coming up between Nigeria and Benin Republic by 8 p.m. tonight. Welcome here on the show, Sports Update on Trust TV. Adeniyi Ajishafe. Well, just have to start with that particular clip for you to see while it was at the pre-match conference where they talked to the press about the match, the expectation of the match. Well, right now, Super Eagles are really getting ready ahead of the match that will be starting by 8 p.m. You just have to quickly look at what is happening concerning that team. Expectations are high right now because we need to silence the cheaters of Benin Republic. We need to win this game to silence Gernot Rohr, who has been playing a lot of mind games ahead of this particular match. We know that Gernot Rohr really knows the Super Eagles, but that was then, according to the Eagles players. That was then. He used to be their coach, but now things have changed, and they really want to prove a point to him that they will defeat him. That's why we're looking at the first story. Super Eagles are a crucial win against Benin Republic. If they can win this game, that means automatically they've been able to win with just a game left, and then they will go against Rwanda at Uyo with just normal formality game. But right now, Eagles are battle ready, as we said earlier. 3 hours to go, rather 2.5 hours to go for them to begin this crucial match where they really need to get the 3 points. If they don't want to delay their qualification, if they want to delay it, maybe they just play a draw and then they go ahead to also do well against Rwanda by winning or draw too. But as it is, we need to win. We need to send that fair signal to all other teams that Super Eagles, just the way it used to be, they are still like that. That is why we're looking at Super Eagles for this evening. Well, as it is, actually previewing this match that is actually starting over there by 8 p.m. in Cote d'Ivoire, a match that a lot of football pundits are looking at because they are looking at the fact that we have a lot of ties together. Most of the Benin Republic players, some of them are even in Nigeria applying their trade, especially the goalkeeper of Remo Stars is from Benin Republic, and he's also actually representing his country, Republic of Benin. So he'll be facing his coach, Ogumodede, who is assistant coach to Augustine Egoavoin. Aside that, Nigeria and Benin Republic, to some extent, we share a lot of similarities when it comes to language and also food. Aside that, Gernot Rohr, the coach of that team, was formerly the coach of Nigerian Super Eagles. That's why we're going to be looking at that together alongside Joseph Peter, who's actually joining us from Kaduna. Joseph Peter, it's actually good to have you on the show. Let's have it quickly. Eagles versus Benin Republic is a match that Nigerians are waiting for right now because this is a make or match. We need to win to at least celebrate the fact that finally we've been able to rub it in the face of Gernot Rohr. Okay, Joseph Peter, hopefully we can have your audio. At least you need to unmute yourself there so that we can easily hear you. While we're hoping that we can still get you on the show. We're talking about the Super Eagles eyeing crucial match against the Cheetahs of Benin Republic. A game that will be coming up by 8 p.m. at the Stade Benin over there in Côte d'Ivoire, Abidjan, precise. That's the capital of Côte d'Ivoire, where that particular fight, let me call it fight, it's going to be a tough one because both teams are battled, and Eagles really wants to prove a lot of points. Aside the fact that they want to win this game, they also want to silence their coach and also send a fair signal to all of the African nations ahead of this particular competition coming up in January over there in Morocco. Well, a big one there. We just hope that our team will do well. In their last training session they had on Wednesday, with the one they had on Tuesday, we're actually looking at those footages now where the entire team trained together ahead of these games. They want to see how they will do well, and the coaching crew too are fine-tuning the entire team to see how they will go out there and do well against Benin Republic. The last time we met, they really shocked Nigeria. They were able to do well. So this time around over there in Côte d'Ivoire, so it's going to be our turn to also defeat them away from home. They couldn't play their game in their own country due to the fact that CAF did not approve their own stadium, and now they have to play away from home. Well, it's still their own home now in Côte d'Ivoire, as they will actually be playing their trade there for a while before they'll get their own stadium approved. All right, still talking about this game alongside Joseph Peter. If you are ready, we are also ready to okay. We cannot hear from Joseph Peter yet. And still talking about this particular game coming up is a tough one because we know that our team really need to win this particular match if they don't want to delay the encounter. Because if you win now, it will be very, very easy for Super Eagles to stroll into the second game. In fact, the substitute bench will be the one to play the second game since we are already qualified. But if they delay by playing a draw, it means they also have to fight hard in the second game that will be coming up in Uyo on Monday, 18th November, where they'll be playing against Rwanda at home. Getting the supporters of Nigeria at home will be a plus for Super Eagles, and hopefully Nigeria wants to see them doing well. Both matches, Eagles can win. All they need to do is to prove to their opponent that they have come to stay, at least in these particular encounters that will be coming up. We believe that Nigerians can win both sections. We just all they need to do is to be more focused and believe that they can win both games by getting the 6 points at stake. Not losing any match will be a plus to the Eagles in this particular qualifier before 2025 will be at least approaching by January, where they will be traveling to Morocco for the main event, and also see maybe they can win this time around. They are the runner-up for this competition after coming second behind Côte d'Ivoire, where they lost in the final of this particular competition hosted by Côte d'Ivoire just a moment ago. But as it is right now, we believe that our team are getting better. They are becoming far, far better than the way it used to be, and much more serious than the way they used to be. More commitment is coming from Super Eagles. You look at them arriving very early for camping ahead of competition, and also at least giving themselves inspiration to see how they will play well. All the areas of improvement that they really need to improve on, they've been working on that, and really kudos to the technical crew for being able to do this, and also making sure they fine-tune the entire Super Eagles team ahead of the competition. To be candid, Super Eagles really need to win this game. It's a crucial one against Ghana Raw, who has been a man that knows how to at least play against Super Eagles so far. But now things can change, and the players, looking at their form in different clubs that they apply their trade, this time around, I'm very sure Eagles should be able to turn this around against their former coach, who they want to prove to that they really arrived in this competition. Well, from the way it is right now, Eagles are really battle ready ahead of this crucial game against Benin Republic, and we just hope that the entire squad will prove us wrong. The likes of Oyedika, the man that will be holding the midfield there, where Iwobi is also part of them, is there, and he's trying to prove a point. Nwabali will be at the goal. Of course, that's our number one goalkeeper right now, except maybe the unchangeable just happened that it won't be at post. But from the way it is, we know that all of them are battle ready for this particular crucial game against Benin Republic. But right now, let's join Joseph Peter in Kaduna to at least give us some insights of the expectation we are hoping for tonight in this game between Nigeria and Super Eagles. Joseph Peter, good to have you back while we talk about the crucial match coming up between Nigeria and Côte d'Ivoire. rather Benin Republic.
Thank you for having me. I hope you can hear me now.
Yes, we can.
Okay, so it's going to be a very, very super game by evening today, because the both teams are pumped up. Nigerian team is in high spirit. Nigerian team is highly motivated. Nigerian team is also filled with new stars that he does not know. So if anybody wants to talk about how he knows the Nigerian team, maybe we should kind of examine the team and compare it to the one which he managed. There's a difference of some kinds of players there. So I believe that would cause him problem as it is. And then the other stars, that just joined, the like of Truth Econ coming back into the national team after the long absence, have a kind of a point to also prove. So I believe it's going to be a very, very difficult game, but I think it's a winnable game for the Nigerian Super Eagles, and I don't expect anything less than that. But it's very, very considering rivalry.
Okay, well, at least we know that this game is going to be a tough one, and Nigerians knows that Eagles are equal to the task, especially the likes of Osimhen, that is very fired up right now. He has been doing so well with his club. Ademola Lookman, you look at all of them. Bruno Onyemaechi is also there. Onyeka, they are all battle ready to see how they will do well. Not forgetting Samuel Chukwueze of AC Milan, all really gear up to see how they will play well in this game tonight. Well, if you are to look at our front row for the attackers, for you, who are you expecting to start? Osimhen, Ademola, Victor Boniface, thereabout. Let's have you quickly. Okay. Well, Joseph Peter, apologies. We know that your audio seems not to be getting it right there. We just hope that it will be clear so that we can still have you while we talk about this game. This game is very crucial. Eagles needs to win. They really need to prove a point. Apart from the fact that if they win, yes, they will qualify. They just have to win it. And at least play for pride. Show to the whole Africans that yes, we've come to stay. Well, we are the best, if not the best. We are not the best, if not the best, right now in Africa. So the entire team are really ready to see how they will play well in this particular game coming up by 8 p.m. tonight. And we've been previewing the game that is up for grabs tonight over there in Côte d'Ivoire. Well, Joseph Peter has been able to make some very short one before the audio went south. But right now, we'll still be hoping that you can join us while we run the show. But before we just go, but we know that Nigerians are hoping and believing that Eagles will do us proud in this game. And aside that, they'll be playing the second leg in Uyo, and we also believe that they will do well there. And from the way it is, let's quickly look at the fixtures coming up and that's Afcon across Africa. 3 more games. Madagascar will be playing against Tunisia. Nigeria, of course, we know that. Senegal will also be playing against Burkina Faso. Both teams have qualified. They are just playing for pride. Who wins this game? Well, let the players answer that on the pitch of play. Madagascar, Tunisia will also be coming up as it is. We know that these games are all for grabs over there across Africa. 3 matches up for grabs tonight. And we'll quickly look at another set of matches coming up at the CONMEBOL before we look at UEFA Nations League. For all those games, let's look at CONMEBOL fixtures for the games that will be coming up there. Well, while we're waiting for the CONMEBOL fixtures to come up, we also to let you know that the likes of Venezuela, Brazil, Paraguay, and Argentina, they'll be playing in the CONMEBOL World Cup qualifiers. Those are the games as actually slated for those games over there in the South America. Then for European matches, let's look at the UEFA Nations League, where teams are also all for grabs. Belgium against Italy. You want to see that game? What a match that will be there between the two teams. France, Israel. Greece will be playing against England. Another tough match there. A lot of English players that won't be playing, but at least those ones that will be there will be facing up against Greece. Republic of Ireland will be facing Finland, the battle of the land teams, while Slovenia play at home against Norway in another crucial match coming up in the UEFA Nations League there. Well, we also to let you know that not only in UEFA, so many matches will also be coming up in the Asia part of the world, but we just have to focus on those three quickly for you to have a feel of what is happening in the world of football. Well, okay, right now, let's go back to talking about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We hope that our team will prove a lot of doubters wrong concerning this game, even though we know that Ganoro has been speaking, talking, using mind game to see how he can dislodge or distract our players concerning this game, but we believe that our players are equal to the task to see what they can do to at least defeat the cheaters of Benin Republic. It's going to be a tough one, but Eagles can actually do the business as we preview this game. I was actually mentioning earlier about the expectation of the team from the goalkeeper to the defense line through Afcon is there. We have our entire team of Ola, the back line. Gabriel Osho, hopefully maybe will be starting this game. Gabriel Osho is there, Calvin Bassey, not forgetting when you go to the middle of the park. You also look at Bruno Oyemichi, not forgetting Frank, all of them. Yedika is also there, and not forgetting Alexi Wobi in the middle of the park. Going to the front, Victor Osimhen is back. Boniface, Ademola Lookman, Moses Simon, the man that has been doing a yeoman's job for Eagles, will also be there from the flanks. Ademola Lookman will also be there, and hopefully, the other teams we are hoping that they'll be able to see the light of the day. We'll be able to have the chance to also play. Well, Sadiq Umar is also part of the team, and at least the coach can actually look at how fit he is, and if he's ready for this game, he will also be seeing the light of the day. So, big one coming up in this particular encounter between Nigeria and Benin Republic. And we are hoping that they will do us proud as they file out against the cheaters of Benin Republic by 8 p.m. tonight. Well, it is not a new thing for Benin Republic to face Nigeria, but the big one is that we want our team to win this game, and we are very sure, because Eagles have been talking, that they want to prove a point to their former coach, Ganoro, that they have at least come of age when it comes to football. And well, we were earlier talking with Joseph Peter. Joseph Peter is back. Let's have you quickly, because our time is almost up, so that we can have your take on this crucial match. Joseph.
Thank you very much. It's very unfortunate what is happening to my audio here. Facing a lot of technical issues. But then the Super Eagles are out to, they are out for blood today, because they are exactly out for the coach to prove a guy wrong, considering what he said and how he's playing mind games, before this game, the previous game, which we faced Benin. So I'm sure that they have a point to prove, and they would prove that point. And if you look at the camp is in high spirit. The caliber of players that are available now, and the way the team is well balanced and well, arranged and set up. So everything is just, looking good and up for Nigeria right now. And I'm sure that Super Eagles will actually utilize all this and give us a victory that we need, and take the 3 points and actually qualify for the next stage of the Nations Cup.
Seriously, but also the Eagles will make us proud tonight. We've seen a lot of players who are battle ready there in this particular team. Fisao Dele Bashiru is also fired up. Not forgetting Bryce Sahi Samuel. The entire squad are battle ready. The technical crew are working on fighting, making sure the right player is actually picked. And also for them to be on the pitch, they need to do the business of showing Ganoro that gone are those days when he can predict easily the advancement or the playing style of Super Eagles. This time around, they will shock him and surprise him and actually defeat the team. Now, I remember while we were doing our morning show, you said it's going to be 1-0 against Benin Republic, and you mentioned that Dele Bashiru could be the magic man to do that. Okay, have you changed your mind?
No, I have not changed my mind. I will still stick to my prediction. Dele Bashiru is a fantastic player, and he will prove me right. He would score the goal.
Okay, well, according to you, you still believe that Dele Bashiru should be the one to score tonight, and he's going to prove at least prove you right by scoring the goal for the fact that you know how crucial he is to that team, and he has come to stay. Well, aside Dele Bashiru, we know have a lot of lethal strikers like Osimhen, Ademola Lookman, Victor Boniface, Sadiq Umar, all lined up there. Aside the fact that you mentioned Fisao Dele Bashiru, who are you also looking up at? Okay, if it's not Osimhen, it could be Victor Boniface or Ademola Lookman that will also actually do the magic. I'm trying to pick your second guess now.
I have a lot of names to pick from. But personally, if you look at the trend of goal scoring in the Super Eagles, maybe tilt towards Ademola Lookman. He's one who has usually gotten the goals when it comes to our game. So I'll maybe go for Ademola Lookman before I speak about Victor Osimhen.
Okay, so let's go to the middle of the park. In the midfield there, we know that that Frank Onyeka has been the one they call the tank, has been able, he's always there to make things happen. Alex Iwobi, yes, he's always the main man in the middle of the park. Bruno Onyemechi, Raphael Onyedika, all these guys are not just there for fun, they are there to do business. So in the middle of the park, we expect someone to be able to hold it down and get the ball to the strikers easily.
Yeah, and I really appreciate the job Frank Onyeka is doing, because the kind of role he's playing for the Super Eagles. If he's not in the team, that's when you get to notice that something is actually very, very wrong. What he does is kind of not open for everybody to see. Only maybe the football minded people tend to notice that yes, he is the guy that gives us cover. He is that guy that breaks the line. And what's even more beautiful about Frank Onyeka is he's not meant to break line. He's a box-to-box player, but then he breaks line, he does the job of box-to-box, and he does almost everything for that midfield, which gives Iwobi the freedom to actually go forward and showcase his talents and cause damage. He also gives freedom to Dele Bashiru, whoever is playing alongside him in the midfield. So it's a great job that he's doing there, and a player like him, you may not notice it. Whatever he does goes unnoticed until he is not in a game. Then you realize.
Right, big one there, Calvin Bassett too. Let's quickly switch back. Okay, before we go to the defense, with a few minutes to go, let's talk about Moses Simon. Simon has been very, very important in this team. I noticed that each time we play, Simon is always doing the magic from the flank. So anytime he gets the ball, you just be expecting something to happen. Are you also thinking towards that tonight?
Simon, he is a fantastic player. I will give it to him. He has tricks up his sleeves, and he can, pull one at any time. The only issue I have with Simon is consistency. He's good. He's good, and he can do what he wants to do with the ball. But then the consistency to do it over and over and over and over again, that is what worries me. And then with Simon, is that player that when he takes the ball, you think, okay, something is going to happen, something is about to happen, but then, oh, it didn't happen. That kind of player. So if only he can. The same thing about him, the consistency is what he got. But when it comes to the ability, that is there, and we see him do this week in, week out club. But actually, the same thing with national team has been a problem both for him and for the Simon. But what they have been giving, especially when Simon has been contributing, has been more than going the backside of the game. So I'm rating maybe 60, 70 when it comes to performance with his play.
Okay. Okay, well, we're talking about the Super Eagles, expectations are high concerning this team because we want to see what they'll be doing in the two-leg match they'll be playing against Benin Republic and also against Rwanda. So Nigerians are expecting a better performance from the Super Eagles of Nigeria there. Well, we wish them the best as they prosecute this game. Hopefully, we get the 3 points. And also, the officer Adele Bashir will actually score for Joseph Peter. I want to appreciate your time with us, Joseph. I just hope that your main man, Dele Bashir, will score. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. And Dele Bashir will score a goal today.
Okay, good one there. So before we go, let's just quickly touch on some transfer gossip for you. Alexandro Barisin tips Ademola Lookman as it is that man will be moving to top European club soon. To him, he believes that Atalanta will not be able to hold him down because next season, a lot of big clubs will be coming for Ademola Lookman. That's why Alexandro Barisin is already tipping Ademola Lookman for top European move next season. Tottenham Hotspur will extend forward so he remains contract until June 2026. Well, he has been a big player, a huge one, good one for that club, and he really deserves to get that particular nod for contract extension. Another one says defender Sergio Ramos is in advanced talks with Corinthians of Brazil. He wants to move to Brazil. He won't be going back to Real Madrid. He has had it all, so right now he wants to go to Brazil and play some samba football. While the last one has to do with Chelsea. Chelsea eyes Benfica defender Thomas Araújo and Bournemouth centre-back Ilya Zabanir there. They want to go for these two players next season, and from the way it's going, they are actually knocking at the door to see how they will turn things around for Chelsea. Thomas and Ilya there, those are the players expected to join them if everything goes well. We just have to give you those transfer gossip. After all, we've looked at the matches for tonight, where Nigeria will be facing Benin Republic alongside Joseph Peter from Kaduna. That's it on the show Sports Update. I'm Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.